Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ludime Arbertus, and I am here to report about economics. First of all, what is economics? Economics is about making choices. We make all kinds of choices every day, like how should I spend on the gas, what's the best route to work, where should we go for dinner. Many people hear the words economics and think it is all about money. But economics is not just about money. It is about weighing different choices or alternatives. Some of those important choices involve money, but most do not. Most of your daily, monthly, or life choices have nothing to do with money, yet they are still the subject of economics. So as we can see here, there is a comparison of developments of PM and the Philippines. The developed markets for the United States of America compared to Philippines. First is the US increases debt ceiling, and for the Philippines, continuous decline in debt or GDP. Risk of sovereign default by peripheral Europe, and while improving external accounts position, and the possible ratings downgrades versus ratings and upgrade. Next. So, here, we have the Philippines' attractive sovereign profile, improving government finances, the revenues GDP, the deficit GDP, and the debt GDP. But what is GDP? GDP is gross domestic product. GDP, the monetary value of all the finished goods and services produced within a country's border in a specific time. Through GDP is usually calculated on an annual basis. And as for the top reasons for the Philippines' popularity as an outsourcing destination, I have here the low infrastructure and low cost, good English speaking skills, young and fresh talent pool, and hospitable culture. And numerous challenges for the Filipinos. Many stocks are fairly valued, delays in PPPs, uncertainties in the global economy. And now for the numerous challenges of the Filipino. Many stocks are fairly valued, delays in PPPs, uncertainties in the global economy. For the marketing strategy, stay invested, prepare growth, increase position during sell-offs. And as for the Europe and USA, they have a better than expected economic indicators and ECB provided €490 in 3 years cheap loans to banks.
Think of a thing that you like to have. What would you do if you suddenly couldn't get any more of it? For example, you have a favorite hobby, like collecting anime items, mangas, books, or you might have a favorite food like ice cream or chocolate. What would you do if those things were not longer available? What if you couldn't get any of those things anywhere? People deal with this kind of problem every day. This is what we call scarcity, which means the amount of something available is insufficient to satisfy the desire for it. When things are scarce, we have to make choices. If the bookstore doesn't have manga or books, then you will have to go to different bookstores to try to find it. If you didn't find it anywhere, then you will have to go without it. So scarcity can be a powerful thing. It can force you to look somewhere for the thing you want. The next time you discover that something you want isn't available, remember the idea of scarcity. What choice will you make? Economic problem in terms of scarcity and society. The problem for society is a scarcity of resources. The scarcity of resources or the scarcity of labor. Labor shortage often comes about when significant numbers of qualified workers are leaving the labor force, either by retiring or by going into a different production or field. Sometimes it referred insufficiency in the labor force. This type of condition can exist within a specific company, a community, or throughout a nation. Second is the scarcity of capital. Capital is the manufactured goods, used in the production of other goods, including machinery, equipment, tools, building, and vehicles. Without capital, labor has to do all production by hand. The key role of capital is the production process to make labor more productive. Third is the scarcity of land. Land scarcity can be caused by factors like population pressure, social inequality, and environmental issues. People concerned about availability of land might attempt to buy at any price, driving up prices and creating speculative inflation. Lastly, is the scarcity of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the ability and the willingness to continue the other resources into a productive enterprise. As a society, our resources are the land, labor, and capital that are insufficient to produce all the goods and services we might desire. In other words, society faces scarcity of resources.